All right, welcome to Scalable Challenge Lab for AZ900. Going a little bit out of our comfort zone here. What we're doing here is going to install and configure Entra AD Connect, right? So basically connecting an on-premises Active Directory to Entra AD. And for this to work, we first need to create our own Entra AD tenant. That happens here under Manage Tenants. And then we're going to create one. The type we want to create is Entra ID. And then we need to set up names. So we're given a unique name for the lab. Same for the domain name. Maybe not that traditional. And then otherwise we're going to be okay. So just create this. It's a difficult captcha. All right, now it's done. So this link will bring us to a new page or a new tab where we're in that tenant. I'm gonna close the original page so that we don't get confused. Next up, let's create a user. Over here on the left-hand side, under Manage, we have users. And then we can create a new user. Name's going to be syncadmin. I'll let that also be the display name. And then we got a password for it. Oh, I first need to deselect auto generation, right? There we go. Let's give him a proper name as well. Sync. Admin. Over to assignments. Here we can add a role. And this is going to be our administrator for this purpose. So we're just going to give him the global administrator role. All right. The user was created. You can see here that the principal name is the username, syncadmin, followed by the domain that we selected, .onmicrosoft.com. Okay, so next let's try to sign in as this user. So I'm going to do it here in the same window. All right. So next up, let's get rid of our Azure portal. And let's open Azure AD Connect here, our machine. And in our case, we're happy with the Express settings. just kind of make sure that you know what the limitations are. All right, so first we have to connect to the Azure side of our environment. Note that it is talking about Azure AD, even though that's Entra nowadays. So the username of the user that we just created is this one, and then we change this password to this password. And then we want to connect to our local Azure AD, sorry, a local Active Directory, the domain controller. And this is actually this machine for our purposes. So just log in with our credentials. All right, and then you found our domain. So we can just continue without UPN suffixes. And now it's telling you what's going to happen, right? So there's going to be a synchronizer, kind of an agent that's going to be installed. And then it's going to start to update all of the login information from our Active Directory into the Entra ID. So let's install that. All right, so that has been completed. Now we can exit configuration. Now, how do we know whether it's working or not? Well, as it happens, we do have some other users in the domain controller. So now that we are back as our administrator up here, you can take a look at the users of the tenant. You can see that there are a lot of users that have been actually moved over. So due to that, I think we can safely say that the synchronization is working correctly. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you learned something new, and see you back in the next lab. Till then.